Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be chatting with Steve, who will be in some future videos. So Steve is also a physical therapist. He is also my husband. And full disclaimer, he would not take off the shirt. Go Gators.
Go Dogs.
Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and let Steve give a little bit of an intro on background and things like that.
Sure. So I'm actually from New Jersey. I always joke that like a dog, I need a ball to chase after to exercise. So everyone in my family, pretty much like uncles, etc., cousins, all did cross country, and sorry if you like cross country, I hate it. So in high school, I played soccer, basketball, and baseball. Played college rugby. Went to Seton Hall University. And that's where I got my bachelor's degree in bio. I got my doctorate in PT as well there. While I was there, I had the opportunity to work with the University of Georgia's football team. Did that for a little while and started to, work with Benchmark. Did the residency through, it's technically Upstream Rehab Institute now, but did that residency, got my orthopedic clinical specialist certification as well. And yeah, haven't been fired yet. Despite my shenanigans all the time.
He's a goofball in the clinic.
Yeah, I got my master's in business administration as well since then. Certified strength and conditioning specialist as well. Dry needling certified. Neuroconnect therapy certified. Manual therapy certified as well. Now I do oversee a few different clinics. I try to mentor new graduates, people starting new businesses as well, mentoring different people going through their orthopedic residencies as well, trying to work with the people I work with and try to make them not hate going to work every day.
And you will meet Abby, who is our mentee. She's currently going through the residency program, so she will be the other PT. We'll be on some of these videos. I don't know if I actually knew this, but what made you get into physical therapy?
I always knew I wanted to do something in the healthcare field. When I was in high school, I was a volunteer at a church's food pantry and just wanted to do more volunteering and for the community, and started out at the hospital, and there's two options, and it was the kitchen or the PT department. So I just remember my mom kind of yelling at me from across the basement of my junky old house, and it's like, Steve, you have this or that. I was like, Mom, don't put me in the kitchen. So I started, the PT at the hospital, local hospital. I said, oh my gosh, this is great. I work in a gym all the time. I'm going to work out all the time, which is absolutely not how it works whatsoever. But that was, dumb old Steve just thinking that it's a great idea. And it's kind of funny because I ended up having to work as a cook in a kitchen, as you know, to support myself during PT school. So in the end, it couldn't have been one without the other either way.
What made you choose an orthopedic residency over any other sort of residency? Because I know you wanted to do a residency, right?
Yeah, so I consider the sports residency as well that the company offers, and I actually was talking to the head of or director of the sports medicine program, Ron Corson, who, you want to talk credentials, the guy is amazing. He's the head of UJ's football team's athletic training staff. He's a PT as well, and he just kind of talked to me about how it's better to be a master of all trades coming out and have a good base than try to specialize too soon. So I kind of took that advice. I think it was really good advice on the back end as well. So that was kind of where that came from. And the orthopedic residency, and just with our company alone, with Benchmark, it's absolutely ridiculous how simple it is to do. It's hard and it's laborious, but
it's good and prepares you well for your career and the exam and all of that. So rewinding a little bit, because I know you didn't always lift growing up, and you were athletic-ish, but how did you get into lifting?
There's a few different answers for that, I guess. Kind of a combo. One was for sports, from a performance standpoint. Number two was being a teenager, girls, that you wanted to look a little bit more attractive, I'm sure. So I was a little twig. I was actually 5'10", 105 pounds going into high school, and the teachers actually would ask my parents or ask me if my parents were feeding me. So that was that, and then another one would just be just getting bullied, things like that, just to have that happen less frequently.
I know as you've developed career-wise, you've gone more so into that business side of things and the mentoring side of things. What do you like most about like the mentoring side of things?
It's just genuinely helping people get somewhere where they don't know they could be. There's so many things that, I'll just stick to PT specifically, but in life as a whole, that you have no idea you're doing or not doing, and you just have literally sometimes no clue of how much more difficult you're making things than it has to be. I use documenting in the PT field is a big one where, you hear people, regardless of what company you're in, talk, outpatient, even inpatient, hospital, whatever, and no one likes notes. But, when you have that ability to help people with that, it can really have a strong impact on their work-life balance is one of my priorities. So I think that's just one example. And then the other, flip end is from a clinical care standpoint, just letting people get that win. As a strength coach, it might be someone getting a PR or something like that. Whereas as a PT, it might be someone getting a cervical manip for the first time and feeling safe doing so. And, something that they were always scared of or didn't think that they'd ever be able to do. So that's very rewarding as well. That list goes on, and helping people from a life standpoint. You spend time with people, and that's who you work with. And, people forget that all the time, that we're all just humans. And just helping people with all the challenges that come with the game of life, whether it's family problems or coworker problems or patient problems or work-life balance, like whatever it is, just, trying to be a positive light in someone else's life. It's very rewarding, and kind of makes just going to work feel like community service at times, because you're helping make other people's lives better.
And then what are you looking forward to most about kind of teaching people, being a resource for people online through this page and things like that?
I think it's just the diversity of the experience, whether it's, again, like I said, from a mentor standpoint, I always thought it would be just, when you start to be a director, I thought it was going to be about, maybe it's pushing this metric, making the business more successful and things like that. And I just don't care about that as much. I think if you do business the right way and you lead people to be a better version of themselves, that'll naturally happen anyways, and that's how I guess I can rationalize the way I do my job. But in the end, it's just another way of improving people's lives, whether, like I said, I might mentor someone in the clinic and it's about improving their work-life balance, or, helping them with times of struggle with their families or whatnot. This is just another way to help people's lives out, and I like the diversity of different ways to help people. I really find it very valuable to appreciate the differences in every person, whether it's their background or, what they've done in the past or what their goals are going forwards. I think it's just kind of cool getting to know people and what drives them, what they're passionate about, and what they want to do going forwards. And everyone has different things. Some people are, just looking not to fall on their butt when they're trying to go to the bathroom, and other people are looking to stand on their hands more than they're on their feet. So, whatever that is, I think it's just kind of cool. That's what makes us all different, and that's one of the special things about, being a human, I guess. As corny as that sounds, it sounds very corny.
He is corny. But if you liked anything that we talked about and you want to learn more, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and welcome to the page.